Libra, let's start immediately with your reading for September 2016 without reminding you that this is a general reading. I repeat myself, general reading, and the purpose, like it says in the description box, is to give you advice and warnings. Okay, so in other words, if you're waiting for lovey love and fairy dust, I'm telling you right now, change is not for you. Okay, let's start immediately. We have here Ogun, Iku, and Oba, and right behind, below, right under it, we have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Staff, and then we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and we have the Nine of Swords, Venus Gemini, and the Five of Wands, Sun Leo. Notice we have, well, let's compare Iku, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. We have here said very clearly that something is going to come to an end, something is going to finish. Okay, the Page of Wands, projects, something is going to come to an end, something is not going to work, something comes to an end, something doesn't work, and then you are forced to act, you are forced to make an intervention, you are forced to do something. Okay, and the Knight of Wands is letting us know that it seems like you might have a little bit of experience dealing with this situation, so you are not going to be totally in the dark. Okay, you have experience, you will know how to manage all this stuff. And then we have here the sword, the Nine of Swords, Venus Gemini, the Five of Wands, Sun Leo, and the Seven of Cups, Ace of Staff. And these four cards, they more or less have the same energy, and this is about finding your way by gathering information. Okay, gathering information, collecting information, and considering all this energy that is bringing forward. This is what it really means for you, my dear Libra. Number one, let's start giving you examples of what I'm trying to bring forward. Number one, let's say that you have a friend, because let me make a pause. Oba, I forgot Oba. Oba, she received information, advice, that it was ill-intended and the results were harmful. Okay, and Ogun, he did something that then he regretted. That's what is missing here. So having all this information, what the tarot cards are trying to say is the following. Number one, let's start with health. Let's say that you have a friend, a family, that he has a condition, it could be a headache, whatever it is, and you know, in goodwill, you prescribe him or her your medication. Wrong. I'm telling you right away, wrong. Don't do it, especially during this month. The repercussions might be really high. The person might end up in the hospital, very sick, and the person even might die. You don't know what is going to be the side effects of the medication on this person. So you have to be very, 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 very careful. Don't auto-medicate yourself, especially with prescription drugs. So don't try to play doctor. Be very, 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 very careful. Okay? Otherwise, the tarot is saying that you are going to start seeing the results. And the result is that you might go through a lawsuit. That might happen. Okay? Or, and that's why we see the gathering information. The gathering information. And then we have the Page of Wands. For me, Sagittarius, house number 9. Law. So we have Gemini 3, then 9. So it's the same information. So in one side, we're gathering information to prove our innocence or to prove that the other person is guilty. And you might meet witnesses and all this kind of stuff. So avoid all that problem, especially if you're going to start medicating people. You're not a doctor, okay? And don't play, and don't even play with drugs, okay? Because the outcome is not going to be really great. You're going to regret it. If someone gives you an advice, it could be the best advice in this planet, but before doing it, be aware that not necessarily means that it's going to work for you, and not necessarily means that the outcome is going to be the same. So the best thing you can do is gather information, do some research before you act. Because the tarot cards, what they're saying, we have a lot of wands here. We have a lot of wands here. Fire. So it sounds like you're going to be a little bit impulsive. You probably won't be thinking, you won't be analyzing, and you're just going to do it. And then you might regret it down the road. Okay? So when someone tells you something, do a little bit of research. Try to find out more information. And then you decide what is the right route. You decide what is the most convenient thing to do for you. Okay? If you have a company, your own business, the same thing goes. Before jumping into conclusions, before taking a decision, gather information, do some research. Because the tarot cards are saying that you might regret it at the end, because all this is going to bring something to an end, and you will find hardly the hard way, even though you have some knowledge and some information, some experience with this. I would be very careful, because the tarot cards are warning you that everything will be more counterproductive than productive. Okay? Love life, the same thing goes with love life. Just be very careful of what rumors are you listening to. Before believing anything, just make sure that it's true before you react. Make sure that whatever has been told, it is true. Some people, they love to tell a lot of lies because they're jealous, they have a lot of envy, and they just want to do harm. Shamefully, that's how some humans are. So you have to be very careful of whatever information gets to your hands. It might be ill-intended, and even if it is not ill-intended, if it is a goodwill intention, also do your research, do your investigation before you jump into action, because at the end you might regret it. Okay? And that's what I have for you for September 2016, Libra.